Hi my dear intelligence, I hope you all are fine. So in this video I am going to explain about the work done. So let me start the discussion about work energy power. So first topic work done sir. So here work, if the energy of the system is going to be changed, then only we can say that work is said to be done. That is nothing but change in energy is not equal to zero. Energy of the system need to be changed, then we can consider that the work is said to be done sir. And again, if there is a force acting on the system and the applied force is not displacing the body, then we can say there is no work done. Applied force is acting but body is not displacing, then we can say no work. If applied force displaces the body from one place to other place, then we can say that work is said to be done. The work done, for suppose force is equal to 2 Newton and displacement is equal to 2 meter, then you can say that work done equal to 4 meter. No sir, work done will not become 4 Newton in all the cases. Work done not only depends on magnitude of force and displacement, it also depends upon the angle in which force and displacement are going to be acting at. So my dear intelligence, so we can able to determine or we can able to calculate by using the formula dot product of force and displacement, so which is equal to Fs cos theta sir. So theta is the angle between force and displacement, then we can say the work done is equal to Fs cos theta. For suppose I am giving one simple example. There is a block M which is placed on the horizontal surface upon which a force is acting, pulling force, which is making an angle theta sir. So as force is making an angle theta, so that the displacement is along the horizontal direction. Displacement is taken along the horizontal direction. So this cos theta here, F cos theta is the component along the theta connected side, and another one will become F sin theta sir, and weight of the body is acting in downward direction, normal force is acting in upward direction. So my dear intelligence, in this case the work done by the normal force is equal to 0, because normal force is acting on the object which is perpendicular to the displacement. So cos 90 is equal to 0. The work done by the weight of the body is equal to 0, because weight of the body is acting perpendicular to the displacement. So that is the mg s cos 90, which is also equal to 0, because we can say that mg normal force and f sin theta, these are not responsible to produce the displacement. The only one f cos theta is producing the displacement. So that the velocity is changing means kinetic energy is changing, kinetic energy is changing means energy of the system is changing. So we can say that work is said to be done. So the mathematical expression to calculate the work done is equal to Fs cos theta sir. And another important point, basic fundamental point, as a dot product of two vector quantities is always a scalar quantity, so work done is always a scalar quantity, and uska SI unit is known as what sir? Joule, and the CGS unit is erg sir. So 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 erg, my dear intelligence, as you already know this one very clearly. And work done ka dimension formula which is equal to ml square t power minus 2. This dimension formula is same as work done ka dimension formula is same as energy, and it is also equal to the torque. Torque also have the same dimension formula, which is important to remember. Potential energy, kinetic energy, work done, all are having same dimension formula, that is equal to torque, which is equal to ml square t power minus 2. And another important point, depending upon the angle between force and displacement, work done can categorize into three parts sir. One is the main, we can say that work done is going to be, there are three types of work done, that is, one is the positive work done, we can say, negative work done, we can say, and zero work done also we can say. Gravitational force is essential in order to make the particular resolution of the planets around the sun. But without gravitational force, there is no universe exist. But the gravitational force is doing zero work done in the solar system. Why? Because all planets are going to, gravitational force is a conservative force. For conservative forces, work done is equal to 0 for cyclic rotation sir. And another important point, the positive work done is there, but if angle between force and displacement is acute, so cos of acute angle is going to be positive. We can take that as 0 less than or equal to theta less than 90 degrees. If theta value, that nothing but angle between force and displacement is acute, then the cos theta is going to become positive, then the work done is going to become positive sir. Absolutely, if force is parallel to displacement, then the work done is equal to Fs cos 0, which is equal to F into S. This is the work done formula for positive work done. So next, another important point, negative work done. Negative work done means if the angle between force and displacement is obtuse angle, that nothing but less than 180 greater than 90 degrees. That means if theta is 90 less than theta less than or equal to 180, then the work done is going to become negative, sir. And another important point, absolutely force and displacement are acting in opposite direction, then work done is equal to Fs cos 180. We can take cos 180 का value estimate of -1, so -1 into Fs, so negative work done, this is minus Fs. And in case of the zero work done, this is important examples, 3 examples I am going to give. For suppose a laborer is carrying the luggage by keeping it on his head, so in that instant, if he is walking in a horizontal direction by carrying the luggage on his head, the displacement is there along the horizontal direction, but the force what he is applying on the luggage is in vertical direction. The force which is acting in vertical direction is perpendicular to the horizontal displacement, and the angle between force and displacement is equal to 90 degrees, hence work done equal to Fs cos 90, which is equal to 0 beta. In this case also work done is going to become 0. And another case, if let's consider a particle is moving in a circular path about a fixed point, so that the centripetal force always acting along the radius, there is nothing but a center seeking force always act along the radius, or centripetal force is acting along the radius, and the particle have the displacement along the direction of velocity. Velocity is always directed along the tangent, so the displacement is also along the tangent. In this case, in case of the circular motion, centripetal force is perpendicular to the displacement, sir. So that is why what happened, that work done is equal to Fs cos 90, which is equal to 0. So my dear intelligent, we can say that work done by the centripetal force in the circular motion is equal to 0. And another important point, sir, that it is, for suppose that you consider a simple pendulum, sir, simple pendulum, that is the rest position of the simple pendulum, which we consider as the mean position, sir. If you are applying a horizontal force on this simple pendulum, this simple pendulum is start to make oscillation about its mean position. When the pendulum is doing oscillations about its mean position, the tension in the string always acts along the length of the string, and it is perpendicular to the displacement that is along the tangent. So radius is always perpendicular to the tangent. So the work done by the tension in case of the oscillations of the simple pendulum is always equal to 0. Remember this one, the work done by the tension when the pendulum is doing oscillations is going to become 0. So this is the way, sir, many number of basic concepts regarding the work done. So we are going to discuss some n number of applications, nothing but different various pattern of questions, how they will ask depends upon the work done concept. These we are going to discuss. Chalo, copy this. Intelligence, chalo, let me take one example. There is a two block system is there. First one having the mass m1, second one having the mass m2. I am applying a horizontal force F, applied force is F, acting on the whole system, such that there is no relative slipping, no slipping, there is no slipping, there is no relative slipping. There is no relative slipping means both are having common acceleration. So in this case, there be a friction between m1 and m2, but there is no friction between lower block and the ground. Consider the case, there is no friction between lower block and the ground. So now for suppose, if you are asking, someone is asking what is the work done by the frictional force on m1, on m2, on m1 and the m2 together. So let me calculate this one. So as both there is no relative slipping, so the friction between m1 and m2 must be a static friction. That because there is no slipping means one is at rest relative to each other, that they are in accelerated or they are moving with respect to ground, but there is no slipping between m1 and m2 such that we can confirm that there is a static friction acting between m1 and m2, sir. So my dear intelligence, as there is a static friction, the work done by the static friction on m1, the work done by the static friction on m1 is equal to static friction into displacement, sir. Initially both the blocks are at rest, so S equal to, we can write half AP square. Of course this static friction is equal to Fs, and the static friction is acting in the direction of acceleration upon this m1 and opposite to the acceleration upon the m2. So we can say the work done by the static friction is positive when it is acting on the m1. Next, work done by the static friction on m2, sir. See, the m2 is having the displacement in the direction of the driving force, that means in the direction the right side, but the static friction is acting on the N2 in the left side, nothing but both are acting in opposite direction. So the work done by the static friction on the lower block is negative. On the lower block is negative. Next, for suppose what is the work done acting on the system? On the system itself. What is the work done by the static friction on the system itself? So work done by the static friction on how many blocks are there? 2 blocks are there. So what is the work done on the system? Work done on the first block plus work done on the second block. So this is equal to Fs into S minus Fs into S. So this is equal to 0. So work done by the static friction on the system is 0, but work done by the static friction on the individual blocks may be positive, may be negative, may be 0 also. Right? May be 0 in which case? For suppose I am considering the presence of the block whose mass is m, which is resting on the horizontal surface. So I am applying a force here and friction is existing. The friction is known as the static friction. If there is no relative motion, or if this block is not slipping, or if this block is not moving, applied force only equal to static friction. As applied force equal to static friction, work done is equal to how much, sir? 0. Why? Because it is not moving. As it is not moving, unka displacement is how much? 0. Applied force need to displace the bodies, then only work done will be exist. If applied force not making the displacement, then there is no work done. So in this case, work done on the blocks may be negative, may be positive, may be 0, but work done on the system must be 0 by the static friction. Remember this one statement type of question. Work done by the static friction on the blocks may be positive, may be negative, may be 0, but work done by the static friction on the whole system is always 0 only. Okay, chalo we will discuss next example. So intelligence, there is an inclined plane situated inside a elevator, inside the lift, whose angle of inclination is theta. So that a block is placed on this inclined plane whose mass is m, such that this inclined plane is going up with a constant velocity, Hence, block m is at rest with respect to plane. There is no relative sliding or slipping taken place between the block and the inclined plane, and the total elevator along with this total system, it is going in upward direction with a constant velocity. As velocity is constant in this case, so there is no acceleration. There is no acceleration means you could not assume the pseudo force in this case. Pseudo force will come only for accelerated reference frame only, but not constant velocity means acceleration 0, so there is no pseudo force. So question is, what is the work done by the gravitational force? What is the work done by the normal force? What is the work done by the friction if the coefficient of friction between the block and the plane is equal to mu, sir? So dear intelligent, as you already know that weight of the block is acting in downward direction, but the lift is going in upward direction. There is no relative sliding between block and the inclined plane. So the displacement of this block with respect to ground is equal to v into time only, because velocity constant है तो acceleration 0, so s equal to ut plus half h square. Only simply we can write a displacement h equal to dt only we can take. Okay, so now in this case the work done by the gravity is equal to minus mgh, so that is minus mg into vt we can take better. Minus mg into vt. This is the work done on the block by the gravitational force. On the block by the gravitational force with respect to lift, not with respect to ground. So next, what is the work done by the normal force? To determine the work done by the normal force, let I am going to draw the line parallel to this horizontal. If this is theta, of course you people knows that this is also will become theta. This is theta. So this will become how much? 90 minus theta, you know that. So now normal force is acting perpendicular to the plane. Perpendicular to the plane. This is perpendicular to the plane. This is what you can get beta. This is mg cos theta, sir, component of weight. and here what you can get sir, mg sin theta you can get sir. This is acting like a driving force sir. So normal force is acting here. So this is theta mean this one will become 90 minus theta. So here this one will become what, vertical direction along the vertical, a wala 90 minus theta, a become theta, so n cos theta, and this is n sin theta. So what is the component of force you are identified along the displacements are n cos theta. So work done by the normal force equal to n cos theta into displacement. So this is equal to n cos theta into Vt. Of course, if you are looking at this particular figure, you can able to understand normal force equal to mg cos theta because no other external force is acting and there is no relative slipping. So equilibrium condition, upward force equal to downward force. So n equal to mg cos theta. So we can write mg cos square theta into Vt sir. As I am substituting mg cos theta into cos theta is equal to mg cos square theta. And after that another important point, what is the work done by the frictional force? This is the important point. Of course, most of the students they will do that. Either limiting friction estimate or mu into n sir. So mu into n means mu into normal force kitna bada, so mg cos theta sir. Aha. So the work done by the frictional force, maybe some people will take it as mu mg cos theta into displacement. So that is what they are going to take. But here you people need to understand one point. Ye wala friction acting up the inclined plane because in driving force is acting down the inclined plane. So friction will act opposite to the driving force. So that is up the inclined plane. Ye wala theta. So ye wala will become 90 minus theta. So what is the angle between friction and the upward displacement? The friction and the upward displacement both are inclined at an angle 90 minus theta. So f into h into cos 90 minus theta we can write. So this is equal to f into h into sin theta we can write sir. But either f value is what? F is, shall I take f equal to mu mg cos theta? No, we could not take it is equal to mu mg cos theta. Why? Because mu mg cos theta is the limiting friction. That is the maximum value of the static friction. In the question they mentioned there is no relative slipping, relative sliding. As there is no relative sliding or relative slipping, applied force only equal to static friction. So you are supposed to write static friction is equal to mg sin theta into Vt into sin theta. So this is equal to mg sin square theta into Vt. So the basic fundamental concept we are going to apply. So how many forces are acting on the system? Those many forces are going to perform a work, so that what you can try to the net work done on the system is equal to sum of the work done by all individual forces. Some forces might give the displacement, some forces may not give the displacement. If they are producing the displacement, force Fs cos theta we have to take. If not producing displacement, work done will become zero. How many forces are acting on the system? Those many work done are going to be exist, and the total work done on the system is equal to sum of the work done by all the forces acting on the system. That means W net is equal to F1 S1 cos theta 1 plus F2 S2 cos theta 2 plus F3 S3 cos theta 3 and so on. Or else F1 S1 plus F2 S2 plus F3 S3 so on, if force and displacements are acting in same direction. So this is the way to calculate the work done, and now we are going to discuss about work done by the variable force and many important applications. Okay, chalo start. So work done by variable force. Let you consider the applied force is a function of displacement. Then the work done is equal to integration of force with respect to displacement we can take sir. Or integration of force vector with respect to displacement vector. So where the boundaries we can take x1 to x2 or s1 to s2, or else we can write integration of f dx where the boundaries are from x1 to x2. And the very most important point, a simple one model I will give to you so that you people can able to understand. One simple model I am giving. Force vector for suppose f is equal to, we are having fx I cap plus fy j cap plus fz k cap, and the displacement vector ds vector equal to dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap. If force is variable and that is having the components, then the work done is equals to, we have to take the components dot product of this vector form. So the work done equal to integration from x1 to x2 fx dx plus integration from y1 to y2 fy dy and plus integration of fz with respect to dz, and that is from z1 to z2, sir. So this is the way to calculate the work done if there is a variable force. For suppose sometimes they might give that force is equal to x square I cap plus 2y j cap plus 3z square k cap. Then determine the work done in order to displace the body from 0, 0, 0, 2 and 2, 4, or 2, 1, minus 2, sir, or 2, 1, 3. So what is the work done in order to displace the body? So in this case we can write the work done is equal to integration of x square is what beta? Integration of x square is x cube by 3, boundaries are from 0 to 2 plus what is the integration of 2y, sir? 2 into y square by 2 where the boundaries are taken from 0 to 1, sir. And what is the integration of z square beta? Z cube by 3. So that is nothing but 3 into z cube by 3 where the boundaries are taken from 0 to 3, sir. Boundaries are from 0 to 3. So now what is the work done in this case? X cube by 3, 1 by 3 into 2 cube minus 0, we can write plus 2 and 2 get cancelled, 1 and 3 and 3 get cancelled, and 3 cube we can get. 2 cube is nothing but 8, sir, 8 by 3 plus 1 plus 27 we can write. So 27 plus 1, 28 and this 8 by 3 plus 28 we can get. If you simplify this you will get the answer. This is equal to work done when the force is variable and having the component form. And another important point, for suppose the force is given, force vector is directly given 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap, and the displacement vector equal to I cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap. What is the work done in this case? Simple direct format, f vector dot s vector we can take, and you people have a clear idea about the dot product. Take what you can write fx sx or else nothing but ax bx plus ay by plus az bz, like that format you can write. So that is 2 into 1 plus 3 into minus 2 plus 4 into 3, and this is equal to 2 minus 6 plus 12. So this is equal to 12 minus 6 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8 joules is the answer, sir. For suppose simply force is given one fixed value like f equal to 2 plus or else f equal to 4 plus 2x they given. Determine the work done in order to drag the object from 0 meters to 2 meters, sir. What is the work done? To give the displacement that it is equal to 2 meter. Then the work done is equal to integration of force with respect to displacement where the boundaries are taken from 0 to 2, and integration of 4 plus 2x dx integration where the boundaries are from 0 to 2, sir. In this we are having two terms, no matter 2 terms means 2 terms ka integration needed to take. So integration of 4 dx plus integration of 2x dx, boundaries are from 0 to 2 and boundaries here also from 0 to 2, and dx ka integration is x, so 4x, boundaries are from 0 to 2 and 2 is common, it is constant, x ka integration x square by 2, boundaries are from 0 to 2. So we can write this is 4 into 2 minus 0, sir, plus this 2 and 2 get cancelled, 2 square minus 0 square, that is nothing but 4 minus 0, 4 to the 8 plus 4 12 joules, sir. So this is the way to calculate the work done when the applied force is variable. This is direct one format, that nothing but force is acting in only one direction. This is the way to calculate the force if it is a variable and having the components, then this is the way to calculate. If the force is constant and having a vector form and the displacement is also having vector form, then this is the way to calculate the work done with respect to what? Force and displacement vector. Okay, please copy this one. So we can discuss some other pattern, like for suppose there is a force F acting, F vector equal to Fx I cap plus Fy j cap plus Fz k cap, so that the particle is moving, from the position vector r1 vector to r2 vector. A particle is displacing from the position vector r1 vector to r2 vector. then what is the work done? In this case, work done equal to force vector dot r2 vector minus r1 vector beta. Or else if they are saying if the particle is displacing from x1 y1 z1 to x2 y2 z2, then the work done is equal to force vector dot x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. So this is the way to calculate the work done if they are giving two different positions of the object and the force is constant. If force is constant, position vector is changing from r1 vector to r2 vector, then the work done is equal to f vector dot r2 vector minus r1 vector. As you already got a clear idea that force is equal to integration of work done is equal to integration of force with respect to displacement. So integration always represents the area under the curve. So we can write area under the force displacement graph is always equal to work done only. What is the geometrical meaning of the work done, sir? Geometrically, if you are plotting the graph between force and displacement, then the area under the force and displacement graph will be taken as work done. For suppose I am giving one example here. Here there is a 10 Newton force is acting and which is displacing up to 4 meter. And again there is a minus 10 Newton and here they given 8 meter. They are asking to calculate what is the work done. Sir, work done is scalar quantity na sir. So total area above the axis plus below the axis. No, wrong. Because work done is positive when force and displacements are in same direction. Work done is negative when force and displacements are in opposite direction. That means that area above the displacement axis, area above the x-axis means positive work done. Area below the x-axis means negative work done. Remember this one. Area above the x-axis is a positive work done. Work done is positive, sir. Area below the x-axis is a negative work done. Total work done is equal to sum of the positive work and negative work. So in this case, area of this above graph is what? Half into base into height, which is equal to 20 joules. So what about this area? Half into base 8 minus 4 into 10. So this is what again? This is also 20 Newton. But below the x-axis is negative, above the x-axis is positive. So total net work done is equal to 10 minus 10, which is equal to 0 work done. Okay, the work done is going to become 0. That means initial and final positions are same. We will discuss again conservative, non-conservative. There you can able to understand. So work done always calculated as area under the graph. Which graph? Fs graph. Area above the x-axis minus area below the x-axis. That is what you are supposed to remember. And next important point, this is very important. Work done equal to integration of force with respect to displacement, sir. So there is no meaning for the one word instantaneous work done. What is the instantaneous work done? Ye wala meaningless. We are unable to calculate instantaneous work done because there is no differentiation to calculate the work done. Instantaneous means what is the work at a particular instant is not possible. We can calculate the work done for an interval, but we can't calculate the work done for instant. So instantaneous work done is meaningless because work done is equal to integration of force and displacement. So that is why area under the Fs graph is equal to work done only. So this is the way to remember these particular points. Okay, intelligence. So these are the various examples. Let's see. A simple pendulum. There is a horizontal force acting on the simple pendulum which is equal to F, so that it is at a equilibrium position. It is in equilibrium position. Determine the work done by the gravitational force, by the tension, and even by this horizontal force if it is raised to an height h from its mean position. So in this, the length of the simple pendulum will be taken as L. The point of suspension to its last point in the mean position is also L. So then this will become L minus h. It is making an angle theta with the vertical. From this figure, dear intelligence, we can write cos theta equal to adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So this is equal to 1 minus h by L. So we can write h equal to L of 1 minus cos theta. This is the value. As if this string is having massless string, then h equal to L of 1 minus cos theta. So now what is the work done by the gravity, sir? Minus mgh, because it is raised up to the height h against the gravity, so minus mgh. So we can write this is minus mgl of 1 minus cos theta, because h value equal to L of 1 minus cos theta. This is finished. Next, what is the work done by this applied force F, sir? The work done by this applied force F is equal to F into this displacement is also taken in the direction of displacement. So in the direction of this applied force only this displacement is acting. So what is the value of the x, sir? From this figure only we can write sin theta equal to x by L. Then x equal to we can write L sin theta. Then the work done by the applied force equal to Fx, that is Fl sin theta. So this is the value of the work done by the applied horizontal force. Next, one more question also there. What is the work done by the tension? So here it is making oscillation. So the tension is acting along the radius of the curvature and the displacement is acting along the tangent. So tension is perpendicular to the displacement, so that the work done by the tension is equal to 0 when the simple pendulum is making oscillation. Because when it is making oscillation, we will get a curvature which is the part of the circle. So this is why the work done by the tension is equal to 0 here. Next, if a uniform rod whose mass is m suspended and there is a horizontal force is acting, so it is moved to equilibrium position such that it is making an angle theta with its mean position. What is the work done by the gravity? In this case, as it is a massive rod, unka total mass is going to be supposed to be located at the center of gravity or center of mass. So center of gravity ka length is how much, position is how much beta? L by 2. So the same only we will get work done by gravity is equal to minus mgh. So the center of gravity will shifted to this particular position. So how much height the center of gravity rises? That is equal to h. So this h value minus mg into this is L by 2 of 1 minus cos theta we have to write. If it is massless string, then we are writing L of 1 minus cos theta. If it is massive string, because the center of gravity ka position is how much, sir? From this bottommost point it is L by 2 only. Instead of here you are supposed to take L by 2, because total mass of the system is supposed to be located at the center of mass. Next, this is a very fundamental question. A ladder is placed horizontally initially. It is rising to the particular height so that it is making an angle theta. So what is the work done? In this case also, when it is resting on the horizontal floor, center of gravity is here, and if you are rising this one to the particular height h, the center of gravity is also making the angle theta. So in this case also, h is equal to h, this is the h value, and this is the L by 2 value. Then h equal to what you can write, beta? H equal to L by 2 sin theta. Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse na. So h equal to L by 2 sin theta. Now we can write the work done is equal to minus mgh. So minus mgl by 2 sin theta we can write. This is the work done by the gravitational force on the ladder in order to change the horizontal position into inclined position. Now next, this is also one of the fundamental question that you can write. Say there is a massive string connected to the bucket and the person is pulling the water in from the well. So in this case, what is the work done? What is the work done by the person? Here the mass of the rope is given by m1. So this total mass is supposed to be located at center of mass. So that center of mass or center of gravity is what here total weight is supposed to be located. So if he is pulling total length of the rope to the upward direction, then the displacement of the center of gravity is equal to L by 2, and the mass of the total water and bucket is equal to m2. Unka total weight is equal to m2g. Then the work done in order to lift this total water and bucket is equal to length of the displacement is L into m2g. Then total work done is equal to m1g into L by 2 plus M2GL. So we can write this is what you can write, sir. GL of M1 by 2 plus M2 we can write. So this is the way to calculate the work done in different various possible situations, and these all are the fundamental only. Next I am increasing level, sir. Next I am increasing little high level. Chalo, copy this. Chalo, okay, intelligence. Chalo, see sir, here 1 by n part of the total length of the chain is hanging. The total mass of the chain is equal to m. It is distributed uniformly. So how much work a pulling force is going to do in order to lift the hanging part onto the table? Total hanging part is taken onto the table. How much work is need to be done? So my dear intelligence, as you know that the work done equal to integration of force with respect to displacement. Force with respect to displacement. But the force, pulling force, how much pulling force is need to be applied, which is equal to weight of the body. How much weight is going to be taken place for the hanging part? 1 by nth of the total part. Why? Because 1 by nth of total part is hanging now. So the mass of the hanging part is equal to 1 by n of the total mass. So we can write this integration of mg by n, total weight upon n, into dx. But boundaries for the height or boundaries for the displacement. So in this case, whenever a massive chain is given, you are supposed to take the displacement is equal to displacement of the center of mass. If you are lifting total part of the chain onto the table, what is the displacement of center of mass? Dekho, observe this one. L by n is hanging now. So where is the center of mass? L by 2n. So what is the displacement of the center of mass? L by 2n. Oh, 0 to L by 2n is the displacement. 0 to L by 2n. So this is equal to mg by n into dx ka integration. X boundaries are from 0 to L by 2n. So L by 2n. So in this case the work done is equal to mg L by 2n square. Okay. So for solving of this question, here the chain is hanging part of the chain is 1 by n1 of the total length is hanging. So that I am pulling the chain slowly onto the table against the gravity up to the hanging part is going to become 1 by n2. So dear intelligence, same formula is going to applicable, but the boundaries are taken n1 length to n2, n1 part to n2. So now the work done to, in order to make a displacement is equal to, simply we will write mgl by 2 of 1 by n2 square minus 1 by n1 square. So this is the work done that we are doing in order to pull the chain from L by n1 part to L by n2 part. So next if you look at this point, L length of chain is hanging vertically, so that the lower end of the chain is taken up to the ceiling. So the making design is like this. So what is the work done in order to make the hanging, vertically hanging L length of chain into this particular part? In this case, this is the L by 4 gap. The center of mass of the L is equal to L by 2, sir. Where the center of mass of this half part is taken up to beta. So what is the rising center of mass, sir? The rising center of mass is equal to L by 4 plus L by 4, which is equal to L by 2. So what is the displacement of the center of mass here? L by 2 is the displacement of the center of mass. So the work done against the gravity is equal to mg L by 2 in this case. And the very most intelligence here, m mass of the block whose density is lowest is there initially in the liquid. How much work is need to be done in order to lift this block through an height h? So in this case, for this block, uska weight is acting in downward direction, buoyant force is acting in upward direction. The driving force, minimum driving force required to lift it upward direction up to the height will be equivalent of this remaining mg and b. So let I am taking the minimum required force in order to make a displacement is equal to F and B are in upward direction and this M is in downward direction. So F is equal to mg minus B, so that body can lift with constant velocity. Body can lift with a constant velocity. That means acceleration is not there. Net force is 0. Next, another important point. This mass of the body we can write it as density of the substance into volume of the substance into G minus buoyant force equal to density of the liquid into volume of the overflowing liquid or volume of the solid that submerged. See how much volume is going to be overflow, that is equal to how much volume of liquid is displacing equal to volume of the solid that present inside. As the body is submerged, so that is why total volume is equal to volume of the liquid displaced is equal to volume of the solid, because it is immersed completely into G, sir. So now this net force we can able to write Vg of rho s minus rho l, we can write rho s minus rho l. So if we are taking rho s as common, Vg rho s of 1 minus rho l by rho s we can write better. So this V into rho s again we can write mg only. So mg of weight of the solid into 1 minus density of the liquid by density of the solid. Now the work done is equal to, in this case work done equal to F into H. F value is how much, sir? Mg of this one into H. Hence the work done is mgh of 1 minus rho L by rho S we can write. So this is the value of the work done needed in order to lift the block through the height H within the liquid. So next, a block whose mass is m is going to be slide so that it covered the displacement L on the smooth surface in the absence of external force. No external force is acting means component of weight along the inclined plane or parallel to the plane is responsible for the displacement. So as you already knows that mg is acting perpendicular, so this we can say mg cos theta and this we can say mg sin theta, sir. So here responsible, which component is responsible for this displacement? Mg sin theta. Of course mg cos theta is perpendicular to displacement. The work done by the mg cos theta is equal to 0 because it is perpendicular to displacement, whereas the work done by the mg sin theta is equal to mg sin theta into L. For suppose if this is at a height h, so what is the value of this h value, sir? H sin theta equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, then we can write it is mgh. So this is mg sin theta into L, mg sin theta into L, because L sin theta value only we can write mgh. Okay. So next, if we come to this particular case, there is a relative sliding is taken place so that the block is going to cover the displacement equal to L, but there is no external force acting on the system. No external force is acting on the system means the acceleration is because of mg sin theta. In this case, the driving force is equal to mg sin theta. As it is the rough surface, so there is a frictional force acting up the inclined plane against the driving force. Unka value is equal to mu k into n. So this is equal to mu k mg cos theta is the value of the frictional force. The net force, what is the net force? Rx you can also say there are the two forces are acting. mg sin theta is acting in the direction of displacement, mu k mg cos theta is acting opposite to the displacement. So the total work done on the system is equal to work done by the mg sin theta plus work done by the friction. Work done by the mg sin theta is positive, which is equal to mgl sin theta. Next, what is the work done by the friction? Friction is acting in a direction that is acting opposite to the displacement, so the work done is negative. So the work done by the friction equal to minus mu k mg cos theta into L. Now total work done on the system is how much beta? That is mgl sin theta minus mu k mg L cos theta. Hence the work done is equal to L mg of sin theta minus mu k cos theta. So this is the value of work done on the rough surface in absence of the external forces. For suppose there is a horizontal force acting on the block which is placed on the smooth surface, so that what is the resultant work done by the gravitational force as well as the applied force, this is need to be calculated. In this case, my dear intelligent, weight of the body is acting in downward direction, so that the component of weight which is acting along the displacement is equal to mg sin theta. So the work done by this one is equal to mg sin theta into L, because mg cos theta perpendicular to plane, so perpendicular to even displacement along the plane also. This is 90 minus theta. Of course you know that this is the theta means. So what about this value? Theta sa. So now we are getting. So observe this one. Here this is theta. Then this will be 90 minus theta. So what you will get, my dear intelligence, in this case 90 minus theta. Here you will get f cos theta. Sorry, f sin theta you will get 90 minus cos 90 minus theta is nothing but f sin theta you will get, and along the inclined plane you will get f cos theta. F cos theta value you are getting. So what is the net force? Net force as the displacement in downward direction, mg sin theta minus f cos theta. This is the total net force into displacement. Along the displacement, what is the net force? Mg sin theta minus f cos theta is equal to L into L is equal to work done. So this is the way to calculate the work done. How many forces are acting? Those many work done you can get, and algebraic sum of all the values, nothing but for positive work done means positive, negative work done means negative, zero work done means zero need to be taken. So the total work done will become this. This is the way to calculate the total work done. Okay, please copy. So for solving of this one better, so very fundamental, simple, easy. This model sometimes they will ask. See a uniform cylinder lying horizontally on the table, and it kept in a vertical position. In order to make a cylinder which is lying on the floor horizontally onto the vertical position, how much work is need to be done? So work done again is the gravity equal to mgh. What is the displacement? Very important. If it is a uniform mass, then you are supposed to take displacement of center of mass. Remember. So the displacement of center of mass r from the ground, L by 2 from the ground, then h is equal to L by 2 minus r. So the work done is equal to mg of L by 2 minus r. Okay, simple, finish. But this is important. Sir, tension is there, two connected bodies, M1 M2 connected by inextensible string passed over the pulley. So what is the work done by the tension on M1 on M2 on the whole system? In the constraint motion we discussed virtual work done method. Why? Because the work done by the tension on the whole system is zero. Let you can able to understand in this case. In this case, first of all, acceleration equal to unbalanced load by total mass. M2 going downward, so weight of the body going downward minus weight of the body going upward. M2 minus M1 by M1 plus M2 into G sir. This is the acceleration. So M2 might having the downward displacement, at the same time M1 have the upward displacement. So S1 equal to S2 equal to, both are having same displacement, but the displacement for M2 is downward, for M1 is upward. Nothing but the displacement of M1, this I am taking S1, this I am taking S2. The displacement of M1 is in the direction of tension, but the displacement of M2 is opposite to the tension. So, but displacements are same. This is Ts cos 0, this is Ts cos 180. Ts cos 0 is Ts, Ts cos 180 is minus Ts minus Ts is 0. Total work done by the tension on the system is 0. Total work done by the normal force on the system is 0. Total work done by the static friction on the whole system is also 0. So that's tension might perform a work individual blocks. Normal force also might perform work on the individual blocks. Friction, static friction also can perform the work on the individual block, but the total work done on the whole system means it is going to become 0. S1 equal to S2 equal to ut plus half at square. Initially both the blocks are at rest. Half at square. Half means half g. A equal to gt square into m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 sir. This is the displacement of the each block. Displacement of each block as the system starting from the rest itself. Next another point. Tension is equal to 2m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. This is the value of tension. Already we discussed the short form how to calculate. Next another important point. Work done on m1. Work done by the tension on m1. Work done by the tension on m1. On m1 both work tension and the displacements are in same direction. So cos 0 we can take. So this is equal to tension value how much are 2m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g into s value is how much half gt square into m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2. So this is the one. So now finally the work done we will get here. How much work done we will get beta? So this is equal to, we can write it is 2m1 m2 half gt square. We can write it is 2m1 m2 g square by m1 plus m2 whole square into t square into m1 minus m2 also we can write. So this is the way to calculate the work done. And after that, the work done by the tension on m2 is what? Minus ts. Work done on m1 is what? Plus ts. Total work done on the system is equal to what? ts minus ts is equal to 0. Work done by the tension on the whole system is going to become 0. For suppose if they are asking what is the work done by the gravitational force on this system. Observe this one, very important sir. What is the work done by the gravitational force on this system? This displacement is in the direction of weight, but this displacement against the gravity. So what is the work done by the gravity on m1 beta? On m1 equal to, it is moving upward against the gravity, minus m1 g s. Of course s1 equal to s, I already explained. Next, work done by gravity on m2 is equal to m2 g s sir, because it is going in the downward direction, so positive work done. Now total work done by the gravitational force equal to m2 g s minus m1 g s sir. So this in this g into m2 minus m1 into s we can write sir. But the displacement का formula half at square. चलो substitute in this one. What can I write? Half into t square into g into m2 minus m1. What is the value of the acceleration of it would be blocks in this system beta? m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into g sir. So this is the value of acceleration. I am substituting a value directly. So now we can get the work done by the gravitational force on the whole system m2 minus m1 into m2 minus m1. So we can write m2 minus m1 whole square into g square into t square upon 2 into m1 plus m2. So this is the value of the work done by the gravitational force on the whole system. This is the work done on m1, this is the work done on m2. Work done by the gravitational force on the whole system is equal to this one. But work done by the tension on the whole system is going to become 0. Okay, copy this. So some more questions here. What is the work done from this force versus displacement graph? I already told you. Area under the force and displacement graph is equal to work done, but area above the x-axis is positive, need to be taken. Work done below the x-axis will be taken as negative. But area under the graph means you could not consider this. Area under the graph like this you have to take. Area under the graph. So this is the area under the graph. So when area under the graph is given, work done is equal to area above the x-axis. half into 2a into 2b minus area below the x-axis, that is half into a into b. So now we can write 2 cancel, this is equal to 2ab minus ab by 2, so answer is 3ab by 2. This is the way to calculate the work done. When come to this one, is a very most important. So when come to this one, a trolley is having acceleration a, so that block is not sliding. Block is not sliding with respect to trolley. So determine the work done. Determine the work done on the block, on the cart, on the system by the pseudo force or any friction. So now here, as cart is having acceleration, so there is a pseudo force acting on this block which is equal to MA, and there is no relative sliding, so the static friction equal to applied force itself. Static friction equal to applied force itself. As the cart is displacing, so the work done is equal to friction into displacement, sir. Friction into displacement. So this friction value is how much we can write? MVA only friction. MVA only friction value is equal to MVA we can write, sir. And displacement is equal to what? Half a t square. S equal to ut plus half a t square. U is 0, so half a t square. So work done by the friction on the block is equal to half m a square t square. This is the work done by the friction on the block. Because here there is no relative sliding, so friction is acting such that the block is not moving, but the block displacement is there with respect to ground. So that is why we are writing MA into half a t square, half m a square t square. This is the work done on the block. What is the work done on the cart, sir? The work done by the friction on the cart. See, sir, if friction is acting in forward direction on the block, then friction will act in backward direction on the cart. So friction is acting in backward direction on the cart, so work done will be negative because friction is acting opposite to the displacement. So work done on the cart is equal to same value but opposite in direction, minus MA square t square. Now what is the work done by the static friction on the whole system? Means work done by the friction on the block plus work done by the friction on the car. Sum of these two is equal to 0, as already we know that work done by the friction on the whole system is always going to become 0. Next, another important point. There is a lift or elevator whose upward acceleration is A. A person is there inside the lift, unka naam is P, sir. Determine the work done with respect to ground and with respect to observer A. With respect to ground, ground is considered as a inertial frame, sir. Inertial frame of reference. For inertial frame of reference, there is no pseudo force is acting on the block. So the work done with respect to ground is equal to, we can write mgh minus mgh we can write against the gravity, or plus mgh if applied force is there, mgh against the gravity I am writing. Next, what is the work done with respect to ground is minus mgh. What is the work done with respect to person P, sir? Person P is a non-inertial frame, so there is a pseudo force acting in the downward direction. So what can I write? M of G plus A into H. So now work done with respect to inertial frame, with respect to non-inertial frame, having different values. So work done on the system is always frame dependent. Frame dependent, sir. If it is inertial frame, if for observer, for with respect to this trolley, it is having one work done. With respect to ground, it is having one work done. So work done on the system always depends upon the frame of reference only. One frame means one work done, another frame means another work done. This is the very most important point. Work done is a frame dependent. Okay. Thank you so much. In next video, I am going to upload energy and power. Okay.